Hello and welcome to Solutions. This is the seventh episode of our fourth series of podcasts for solution-focused hypnotherapists, and I'm Kathy Eland.
And I'm Trevor Eddolls, and we're both experienced solution-focused hypnotherapists.
And this time we're looking at artificial intelligence and how it will impact our work as solution-focused hypnotherapists.
There's a lot of talk about artificial intelligence, or AI, on the radio, TV, and in the news. So let's start with the definition. AI is an attempt to give machines some of the capabilities that intelligence gives humans. It uses algorithms or rules to guide the software in what it has to do. Machine learning, more on that later, is the term used to describe how the software gets better at its assigned task.
Yeah. So AI all started back in the 1950s with Alan Turing and his test of whether a person could tell whether they were talking to a machine or another person. A theoretical thinking machine would pass the test. Then in 1956, researchers met in Dartmouth, New Hampshire, in the USA to discuss how this could be achieved. And it was at this Dartmouth conference that they coined the term artificial intelligence, and the attendees became known as the founding fathers of AI.
Not much of significance happened until the 1990s, when computing power had evolved to be much more powerful. In 1997, IBM's Deep Blue computer beat the reigning world chess champion, Garry Kasparov, over 6 games, and the world took notice.
Yeah. So let's look at some of the terms used with AI, and there are quite a few. So we've already mentioned machine learning, or ML, uses algorithms that can learn from data and improve their performance, but don't require programming by humans. Deep learning uses neural networks, and we'll come back to this later, to allow the software to recognize patterns and then make decisions.
Then we've got natural language processing, or NLP. And that means that the software can understand human speech and respond. Think virtual assistants, chatbots, and even translators. They can also be used for sentiment analysis, which is determining the emotion expressed in written text. Computer vision aims to give machines the ability to see and interpret visual information from images or video. It can be used for object detection, image classification, facial recognition, and autonomous driving.
Generative AI can produce or generate high quality content, which could be text, images, or videos. It uses large language model, or LLM, which is initially given large amounts of data, i.e. its pre-training dataset content. The LLMs uses transformers to convert sentences and data sequences into numbers known as vector embeddings. The data is then classified. The model then learns. Supervised learning, again, we'll mention this later, is then used to make the output seem natural.
Yeah, the letters GPT in Chat GPT, which you've probably heard of, stand for Generative Pre-trained Transformer.
Okay, so let's look at machine learning in more detail. Training a program involves feeding it data, letting it try to recognize patterns, and then make decisions or predictions. And this can be done with reinforcement learning. Advanced reinforcement learning is a way to reward the computer when it gets something right. It's used in gaming, robotics, autonomous vehicles.
And then you've got unsupervised learning. This is where the computer explores some data and finds patterns and relationships on its own.
And then you've got supervised learning. This is when the software is given labeled data, allowing it to check its answers against the ones given. That way it can modify its algorithms appropriately.
An artificial neural network is composed of interconnected nodes or neurons.
Artificial ones, obviously.
Yeah. And it
Yeah.
processes information by passing it through layers of neurons. The input layer receives the data. and the other layers process and transform the data, finally giving it to the output layer in the form of a prediction. Neural networks can learn from data, a process called backpropagation, which improves the predictions. They can be used for things like facial recognition and translation.
It's fascinating. And deep learning is a subset of machine learning that uses artificial neural networks and can learn from unstructured data such as images, audio, and text.
Which is quite clever, actually. Convoluted neural networks, CNNs, are great for vision tasks and can be used to recognize objects or detect faces.
Recurrent neural networks, or RRNs, are excellent at processing sequential data. That makes them good at language processing, for example, natural language processors or NLPs, and time series analysis. Newer RRNs have long short-term memory, that's LSTM modules, which allows them to remember relevant sequences for longer.
Yeah, it's all good stuff, this,
This
isn't it?
is
Anyway,
fascinating, this,
yeah, you've also got different types of AI, and they include narrow AI or weak AI. And these are really brilliant at one task, like being a virtual assistant, or a range of similar tasks.
And you've also got general AI or strong AI, and these aim to replicate human intelligence. It can think, learn, and understand. And this is what researchers are working towards at the moment.
Yes, quite a lot of work still for that. Anyway, you've probably all heard of ChatGPT or Gemini, which used to be called Bard, and how they can replace script writers on TV and films. You've also probably heard about students using AI to write essays for them. So you might wonder whether we could use them to write scripts, language patterns for our hypnotherapy sessions.
Yeah, so we'll look at Chat GPT because it is probably the best known and freely available AI.
ChatGPT is an advanced natural language processing model developed by OpenAI that's designed to generate human-like responses to prompts or questions.
And to access ChatGPT, you go to www.chatgpt.com and you'll see a text box where you can interact with the model.
Apart from writing text, it can improve text, summarize text, work on spreadsheets, translate text, code programs, and much more.
So, what you need to do is to tell it to do something. So, for example, write a, which is an adjective, type of, tell it what content you want, and explain what you want out of it or the goal. So, you'd give it a topic or a couple of topics. For example, write a friendly blog post on why people should lose weight. You might include explain why obesity is a problem and how people can lose weight, why being healthy is important, and how solution focused hypnotherapy can help. Or you might say, write a serious essay on how trance can help people who feel anxious.
Yeah, good stuff. And you can also use ChatGPT to make paragraphs seem less formal, make a sentence easier to read, complete a sentence, or even continue a paragraph. The format is, can you, whatever the action is, my text, and then an adjective. You can ask it to write any kind of copy, e.g., write a social media ad for a hypnotherapy clinic showcasing its power and success, or create a sales copy for a travel agency showcasing the price, destination, and commitment. The format of this would be write a type of content for subject showcasing the benefit one, benefit two, dot, dot, dot.
Yeah. And you can also control the tone of what ChatGPT writes. For example, you could say, reply to this email, be polite, and say that I accept the offer of whatever it is. Or you could say, reply to this email, be friendly, and say that I don't have time for the meeting. The format is reply to this email, and then you insert the email, and B, which would be your behavior, and then say what you want or the ideas. But don't ask it to tell a joke because it's not really that funny.
Obviously tried it.
I have, yeah.
Yeah, well, I
Oh,
was going to say next that there's so much more you can do, but you've
yeah.
just given us an example.
There we are. So, can ChatGPT write hypnotherapy scripts? What a question. So, we asked it to. We asked it, act as a therapist and write a hypnotherapy script. The tone is engaging, and the objective is to help someone to feel more confident and relaxed. And the result was a short script that was direct in tone. Next, I told it to be indirect, or again in the Erickson manner. I also suggested the number of words, which are the max tokens. So,
Yes, so here's the script it produced called Cultivating Unshakable Confidence and a Deep Relaxation. And Kathy's going to read it.
okay. So, everybody, I hope you don't go to sleep while I'm reading this. So, in this tranquil space, allow yourself to connect with the innate confidence that resides within you. Picture a radiant light at the very core of your being, shining brightly and filled with unwavering self assurance. See this light growing stronger, expanding throughout your entire being, reaching every corner of your body and mind. As this light of confidence intensifies, recognize you have the ability to embrace and challenges that come your way with ease and clarity. Visualize yourself engaging in various situations that may have previously evoked nervousness or self doubt. Notice how effortlessly you navigate these scenarios, feeling an unshakable sense of confidence and deep relaxation. Imagine yourself stepping into a social gathering without any hesitation or apprehension. Observe how you engage with others naturally and authentically, expressing your thoughts and ideas with calm assertion. Feel the presence of others responding to your confidence, admiration, and respect shining in their eyes. In this sanctuary of confidence and relaxation, repeat affirmations silently within your mind. Feel the words resonate with your deepest self, reinforcing your beliefs and strengthening your inherent confidence. I radiate confidence in every aspect of my life. I am calm, centered, and at ease in all situations. I embrace challenges as opportunities for personal growth and development. I am deserving of success and I trust in my innate abilities. I choose to relax deeply, releasing any tension or stress that arises. As you continue to embrace these affirmations, imagine yourself in a variety of scenarios that typically test your confidence. See yourself delivering a presentation with ease and poise, captivating your audience effortlessly. Picture yourself engaging in conversations, expressing your thoughts with grace and clarity, feeling a profound sense of ease in social situations. Notice how confidence and relaxation intertwine within you, forming a harmonious state of being. Observe the physical sensations that arise as you imagine these situations. Feel the ease in your body, the relaxed state of your muscles, and the peacefulness that pervades your entire being. Embrace this state of deep relaxation and unshakable confidence as an integral part of who you are. Allow it to become the new default mode of being, accessible to you at any time you choose. Know that you are worthy and deserving of self assurance, tranquility, and success. Are you still awake, Trevor?
Yes. And thank you very much, Kathy. Nicely read. Well, people who are listening to this, what do you think? I mean, ChatGPT is a generative AI because it can generate output. It's also what's called a large language model, as we've discussed earlier. It's basically like the predictive text on your phone. It chooses the next likely word to write based on the previous words.
Clever. So if I were giving the script a score, um, it would be 6 out of 10. Now, you or others may think that's a little generous. There are parts of it that seem absolutely perfectly fine. However, I get the impression that it kind of lacks any kind of personality. Also, I don't know how much of the script it produced was taken from other scripts that it was trained on or scripts that other people have typed in to get help from Chat GPT with.
And if I
Yeah.
was to do it again, We could train ChatGPT on a few of our favorite scripts so it knew the kind of things that we like.
And we could also tell it to put in some NLP markers, perhaps. But looking to the future, AIs like ChatGPT are going to be more and more common, and knowing about them ensures that we, as hypnotherapists, can offer our clients the best experience possible. It may not be in 2024, but using AI will be commonplace in a few years' time.
Yes, and we may find ourselves working with clients whose jobs have been replaced by an AI.
Mm.
They may have AI in their cars and homes. Phoning call centers may see most queries being dealt with by an AI, and chatbots and websites will be AI driven. You may even find that some people prefer to talk to an AI therapist rather than a real person.
Things to think about, certainly. Well, I hope you found that informative.
Yet next time we'll be
Mhm.
looking at being trauma informed and how it can help our work as solution focused hypnotherapists.
So until then, it's goodbye from me, Kathy Eland.
And it's goodbye from me, Trevor Eddolls.
So we'll see you next time.
Yeah,
Bye.
bye.
Bye.